we've done Military Appreciation Day for the past 6 years, and it was really, it sort of came from this idea of how do we make history real for kids. And as ninth graders, often kids are struggling to figure out how relevant U.S. history can be because it feels so old. And so my colleague Jennifer Simone had this big idea that we could bring in people from different generations and really share their stories. And we based it around the military service that they gave. And so what we didn't know and what we learned along the way is that a lot of our military personnel learned a lot from our kids too. So it's like this cross-generational opportunity for our kids to learn about the military and the service that so many men and women have given to this country, as well as to connect generations that might not normally connect.
So I thought Military Appreciation Day was an amazing experience. Some of these veterans, when they came home from the wars, people weren't appreciative of what they had done. I interviewed a man who was in the Marine Corps during the Vietnam War, and he said when he got home, like only his family would actually talk to him and thought that his serving was a good thing. And so I think it's awesome that we get to appreciate these military members on the Military Appreciation Day.
My grandpa, he was in the Marines. He didn't really talk with me or to many of our family members about the experience. So him being there and talking about it was very nice to hear that he was excited and happy. He told me that everybody was respectful to him and that it felt good for him to open up and that people were like listening and very happy about his experience and happy to talk with him about it.
But I'm very appreciative that Berkley puts on a program like this and such an elaborate program. I mean, besides the student interactions, all of the musical groups that performed for us and the students being our hosts and the breakfast and lunch. I mean, it was a very comprehensive affair. So it really made me feel appreciated. But more importantly, by talking about my military experience, it brought back a ton of memories, a ton of good memories for me that I was allowed to share with the kids. But more importantly, I was able to share that with the next generation that's coming about, and hopefully there'll be several of those students that will go on to serve our country and continue, the great, proud military traditions that we have moving forward.
So today we have been planting flags at the grave sites of various military members. And we do this in connection with our Military Week to honor, again, the men and women who've served this country and to help give some sense of how many people have given such sacrifice and such service. So our ninth graders have visited all sorts of headstones and they have planted American flags that will be here through Veterans Day.
We are kind of doing a follow-up on the Military Appreciation Day. We're coming to see grave sites at the cemetery, grave sites of veterans that have died, and we are setting out flags for them and sort of just talking about their history and going over when they died, how to respect them, even past life.
The shock that there are sections of the cemetery set up just for military personnel alone is also another epiphany. They start to realize, wait, this is about the military, this section? Yes. And so those realizations that history is local, history is us, history is my community, that's really exciting. It's happening. Yes.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. We're always ready, do or die. I Coast Guard, we fight for you. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. We live in fame or go down in flame, for nothing can stop the USA.